Welcome back, Swag Team. It's your boy, the Swagologist, back again with another movie review, and today we are doing Harriet. Now, with Harriet, I went in with mixed expectations. At first, when I first saw the trailer, I was really excited about this film. Then I saw some things on the internet that had me like kind of down on the film for no reason. And that's why you don't really pay too much attention to people on the internet. You just go with how you feel from the trailers, go with how you feel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love that y'all pay me attention on the internet, but I'm saying, like, when you go down a comment section, it's a wild road down there. So anyway, went in with mixed expectations, but I'm so glad that I went through and seen this film. This film has a lot of heart, a lot of emotional beats in it. Casey Lemon's the director, and Cynthia Erivo, who played Harriet Tubman in the film, did an amazing job bringing this story, unbelievably true story, to life on screen. Because 90% of this, just like how in my Dolomite review, which if you haven't seen, I'll put the card right there. Just like in Dolomite, how they brought Rudy Ray Moore to the screen in a big way, they did that in an amazing way with Harriet Tubman in this film. And it's just, when I went and did my research and checked on if this biopic was accurate, it is like crazy accurate on some crazy things that you wouldn't expect are real in this film. And I don't want to give those away because I want you to experience those like I did, especially if you don't really know the story of Harriet Tubman. You just know the book story, the story they gave you in school or whatever. Getting this story is really awesome. And, you know, the only thing that I will say, like how in the trailers you see her toting a gun and stuff like that, she actually is a badass in real life. Like in the real life story of her, she knew how to tote a gun, you know, both pistol and rifle. So she is definitely a gun toting, you know, slave saving badass for real. And that's what's awesome about this film. Like all that stuff you've seen in the trailer, she's done that in real life in some way, fashion, or form. So I really think this is an amazing story to find out about. 90% of this stuff is actually stuff that took place. I mean, of course, it's film adapted, but of course, that doesn't take away from how amazing this story is. So I definitely recommend checking it out. One thing that I know for a fact is not real is the character that Janelle Monáe is playing. Of course, she's awesome in the film, but that character is an embellished character for the story. She's not an actual real, like the character she plays is not an actual person in history, but doesn't take away from everything that had to do with her. It's just sometimes like between her and Gideon Brodus, antagonists in the film, those two characters were either one wasn't real. Well, I mean, they both were not necessarily real, but Gideon Brodus is based off of like the Elsa Brodus, who's in the film actually as a character, but they took some of her evilness and just set it with him. You know what I'm saying? Just for movie purposes. And I still, like I said, I love the film. I enjoyed it. The movie had real strong emotional beats to it, and I really had emotions throughout the film. Changed the way I looked at the film at the beginning. And not to say I wasn't into it, it's just, like I said, I walked in with weird emotions towards the film that I shouldn't have, but I'm glad I went to it. It is really done well, shot well, and like I said, there was one point in the film where Harriet was giving a speech, and I felt every bit of that speech down to my core, to where I wanted to help with saving the slaves myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong and how encouraging and how involved that speech was, and how powerful and driving that speech was. I love Cynthia Erivo's performance. I think she did an amazing job. I think she did justice to Harriet Tubman. She gave Harriet Tubman justice with her performance for sure, and much respect and much love. And this story is epic on scale, with the performances, especially Cynthia Erivo. I really love what she's done in this film. I can't wait to see her in another film because she just killed it in this role. An amazing job. I loved her interactions and banter and chemistry with William Tell, played by Leslie Odom Jr. and Cynthia and Leslie's chemistry throughout the film was just amazing. Loved their chemistry. That brought some comedy. There was a lot of things I laughed at in this film that other people weren't laughing at, but it was funny to me. And I think it was funny to others. It's just I was in a late screening, so I didn't get to see it with a bunch of people in the room. But I was laughing at some things that they didn't laugh at, but it's not to say it wasn't funny. And I do think people will find this to be funny at times. Overall, it's a real strong, empowering. That speech that I was talking about earlier was definitely empowering. I just really, really enjoyed this film and had a strong emotional connection to it. And like I said, her speech alone almost brought me to tears. So but I'm an emotional creature, so take that for what it is, because I do cry in movies if the story brings that out of me or the plot brings that out of me or what have you. So my SwagU grade for Harriet would have to be a solid A. I'd have to give this movie a solid A. I definitely recommend you going to see it. If you're on the fence about it, definitely go see it. If you have a strong connection with the Lord, or you believe in that connection, and if you're faith-based, then I definitely suggest you go see this film, because it has a lot of that for you. And to see her connection with the Lord and her belief and faith, it'll empower anybody. It'll make you feel one with, the story, and one with her in her journey to saving and freeing slaves. And just her story is just incredible, and I think it should be seen on the big screen. So definitely check it out. If you haven't got a chance to do that, make sure you go do that. Also, if you're new here and you're trying to join the swag team, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, or hit it right here when it pops up on the side. Also, if you want to be first to the swag team to see a video when it pops up on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button first, join the swag team, then you get that notification bell, because it only pops up when you join the swag team. That bell will pop up, you click that ding, then you'll never miss a video that pops up on YouTube, whether it's on your Facebook, whether it's on your computer, tablet, cell phone, whatever. Whenever a video pops up on YouTube, it'll pop up on your notification bar, and you'll never miss a video when it pops up and all the swag drops on the channel. So make sure you do that so you don't miss out. Also, we have a Facebook, a Twitter, and an IG. The Facebook is the same as the channel, The Swagologist, but you could also hit me up on Twitter, on IG, @SwagologistD. That is @SwagologistD. You hit me up on any of your social media sites, and we can talk all things SwagU, all things Swagologist, and all things Harriet. So make sure you do that, man. Let me know how you feel about Harriet in the comment section below. Are you more excited to see it now that I've given my breakdown? Have you seen it already? If you have, let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, let me know how you feel about it now that I've dropped this information on you. And let me know on those social media sites also. And until the next video, I love y'all 3000. I'll holla. Peace.